welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. Businessman Patilizwe Pat Mdoda is paying it forward together with sponsors. He's built a state-of-the-art early childhood development center in his home village of Nqembu, Kutsolo in the Eastern Cape. Mdoda will be handing the center over to the village on Monday. He joins me in studio now to tell us more about the initiative. Mdoda Pat, a very good evening to you. Thank you so much for coming in.
Good evening to you, Mpho, and good evening to your listeners. Thanks for having me.
Let's talk about this dream of yours, a matter very close to your heart. I understand it's a school that you yourself attended as a young man decades ago.
Decades ago, as a young man in a mud hut in Rondaville, I did my standard 6. They used to use cow dung on the floor to make it clean. Otherwise, that's where I'm coming from. That's why I'm going to hand over this, just a correction, on Mandela Day on Tuesday.
Yes. Okay, so with the handing over process, before we even get there, let's talk about the many years that you spent thinking about this project, envisioning it, and hoping to have it live and have it built in the standard that you like.
I'm a business person, and in business, in fact, there's a saying that says politicians plan for the next election.
Yeah.
Business people plan for the next generation, which is why I chose this particular project that is going to start at the early age development. I have been involved in numerous projects. I have been in business for quite a long time as an executive and as a businessman of my own, with my own companies. But it has always been in my mind that as I begin to see things now, that we are sitting on a time bomb. If we do not move and move fast, the resentment that you see there that is happening on various levels is going to spoil, it's going to boil up, and is going to catch us all. Yeah,
very true. I've in fact read in some articles where you say that it's always been a wish of yours to see children from your village study in facilities that are of the same standard in terms of schooling that your own children went to. How important is it to maintain a certain standard and execute it in the way that you wish?
Exactly, Mpho. When we started this project, I said, we will not spare any cost. We'll make sure that this facility resembles or is the same that my grandchildren in Johannesburg are going to in terms of early childhood development, which is why all the facilities that are there in terms of your library, fortunately, Motos group came in terms of kitting the library, your computer laboratory, we are going to be able to accommodate 80 learners, early children from 3 to 6. And we want to make sure that whatever a child anywhere in South Africa gets, those children get. We are partnering up with groups like Lego, who have that 6-block sort of system of teaching children so that they can be analytic in their thinking at early stage. They can have numeracy at early stage. We're sort of cooperating with anybody and everybody. I'm not a specialist in education. I go to people who understand education. I partner with those people to ensure what we deliver there meets the requirement that my family is looking at.
What doesn't come as a surprise, what we've recently learned in the news is that 81% of South Africa's grade 4 learners are, for instance, unable to read for meaning, which talks to the dire need for quality education. In selecting your teachers and the educators at the school, what are the sort of the criteria and requirements that you're looking at? You've already mentioned additional assessment when it comes to training and boosting the teachers' ability.
Already, Lego has agreed to train whatever teachers we bring. The department, because it's still a school, the department is going to provide according to its criteria. And then we assess those people. And if we are happy, we send them for training. Lego here in Johannesburg is going to take them through for 2 months of training. We will accommodate them, we'll fly them here, and make sure that what we deliver there is exactly what we're looking for.
In serving your community comes the very important aspect of job creation. how many jobs are you hoping to create for the local community members?
Look, catering on its own is going to require close to about 4 people. If you are serving 80 kids and teachers, some of them will be nannies basically to look at the children. Some of them it's too early. So we have not calculated that. But in terms of the building activity alone, those short-term jobs that we have created over 500 jobs when we're building this. There's a team there, they call themselves the Bomb Squad. They said, we will deliver this in 12 months. They would have been able to deliver in 12 months except for the rain. Otherwise, that Bomb Squad, I trust them with any project. And
the emotional journey, I mean, having a bomb squad, I mean, bomb sounds sort of encouraging, I think. What did it take to push for this project to be complete? And also, looking at the current demographics, the community, and the kind of economic standing, is there going to be a fee that they'll have to pay for the learners? How much is it? Can they afford it? Just talk us through some of those points.
One thing that is paramount, no child will be excluded there. Those that can put a little bit of money, they should. But those that cannot, we will make sure that no child is excluded there. We have even gone further to the traditional authority there, went to the clinics. We said we want a roll of every child that is born in a particular year, so that 3 years come and we knock on the door and say, why is your child not at school? Yeah. So we are making sure that it accommodates everybody.
And looking at the kind of area and how you've gone back to your hometown and invested in it, how important do you think it is for others who have managed to upgrade their standard of living and going back to their communities to empower the community and really just look at the standard of living and understand it? I mean, you understand it from a point of being there and experiencing the mud structure and the challenges of working and learning in that structure.
I like that question, Mpo, because besides cooperating with companies like I have mentioned, Motors of the Renault Group, there were young and small business people who were clamoring to get involved. We couldn't get them all involved, but we were able to get one guy from Pretoria to donate paint in that project. All the paint in that project was donated by that. So it's important to us that we start. I said we are sitting on a time bomb.
Yeah.
If we do not try and intervene, the resentment that is going to come out of those poorly trained, poorly qualified children who are a feeder to thuggery and crime is going to face us in the face, and it's not going to be looking at white or black. They'll look at the person that drives the Mercedes Benz, a person that drives a BMW, and they'll be on him or her. So it's important wherever we are, the little that we can do to ensure that education. That is the one area that we can all put a hand in and ensure that at least we avert what can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for coming in. Congratulations. A really huge achievement there. Patilizwe Pat Mdoda speaking to us about this phenomenal school that he's built that, of course, took him about 12 months or so to ensure that the children of the community in the Eastern Cape have a better chance at education.